some people in a
Wait.
lifeboat.
Hello, virtual friends. Daniel Dustad here, and welcome back to another video. We're playing Titanic: The Last Destination. As you all may know, this is Titanic month, so this month it'll be Titanic related videos. In today's video, we are playing Titanic: The Last Destination, which I have helped with. I've also helped with this game, but as a precaution, I'm gonna mute the audio for this, because in case the music's copyrighted, because I don't want to get any copyright issues. So,
Hello, Daniel. How do you do? It is me, Captain E.J. Smith.
yep, I am on the bridge right now, but before we continue, it's time for the Bible verse of the video. And this video's Bible verse can be found in Psalms. Actually, no, this verse cannot be found in Psalms. It can be found in Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 3. As I live, saith the Lord God, ye shall not have occasion any more to use this proverb in Israel. So that's this video's Bible verse. So now we're departing from Southampton, which is amazing. I wonder if this game has free camera. Yep, it does. So that means I can use this to get a thumbnail. The condenser is actually going, which shouldn't be, but
Okay, lads, let's stretch our legs. Aye, aye, sir.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn up the volume now, because yep, there's the music done. We've also got an old friend back as well.
Yes, if many of y'all don't know who Tyler is,
Tyler may have been in one of my previous videos. I'm not 100% sure, but
and I'll give them the update since Tyler told me about it. So if any of y'all don't know who Steve is, he basically blocked Tyler, and now Tyler's back with us.
yeah.
And now you all know what the situation was. Basically, Steve was tired of Tyler's depression, and he blocked him, and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and in Daniel's viewers, if y'all are wondering when the Olympic class project will be done, it probably won't be this Titanic week. It'll probably be done after the Titanic week is over,
Yeah.
when Tyler gets back. So please be patient with me. I am trying my best. I'm looking up blueprints and everything to make them as accurately possible as I can.
Yeah.
And we're still trying our best. They should be out released, I would say, at the middle of May, I think.
Yeah.
That's just an estimation. We don't know when the actual release date for all the models are.
Yeah.
But be on the lookout.
Yeah. For safety precautions, I'm turning off the volume. Even though apart from music, this game doesn't really have any other sounds. But just for safety, to prevent copyright, this video audio, the game audio will be switched off.
And if many of y'all don't know, if any of y'all newer viewers don't know, what happened to my aunt, she passed away. She had vascular dementia, and I told the Lord to just take her home. I couldn't see her like that. It reminded me way too much of my dad when he was dying. So the Lord said, all right, I'll take her home, and that was it.
Yep. So anyway, Titanic is sailing from Southampton now, and also there will be a special video for the Titanic sinking anniversary, which will be on Titanic SOS, and hopefully it'll be with Tyler, Jeremiah, um, and Matt, or as he's now known, Blue Teapot. But if Jeremiah isn't available, but Tyler and James and Matt are free, then it'll be me, Tyler, and James.
Yeah. But do be expecting yours truly, the great nephew, the 4 times great nephew, Captain Smith, to be on that video. I don't know if I'll be able to make it,
Yeah,
but don't get your hopes up.
yeah, and for
Because
once,
go ahead, Daniel.
and for once, well, for the first time, it will not be a cinematic of the sinking of the Titanic and Titanic SOS. It'll be a gameplay of Titanic SOS, but instead of it being split into like 2 parts, it's going to be an entire round with it being split into 2 parts.
Yes. And do be expecting a short tribute video of me reenacting the footage of Captain Smith doing this in his white uniform on board Olympic. He would go here, and then he would go here. I'll reenact that footage.
Yep.
And it'll be just a short little 25-second video of me just reenacting Captain Smith, which is my 4 times great uncle's checking out of Olympic in New York.
Yep.
And it's just a little tribute I'm doing for him.
Yep.
But do expect it to be delayed, I think, because we don't know when I'll be able to do it.
Yep. I've
So,
also, if any of you guys are looking to know, I helped the developer with this game by providing the sinking angles for it.
yes.
And also telling him like where the band should be, so like the band be on the starboard boat deck, wherever the band move out onto the boat deck.
And there is still Quickwood on here, I think.
Yep, there's an area of Quickwood.
Look, I'm small.
Well, if you don't know what Quickwood is, it's basically a version of quicksand but with wood instead of.
Yes. And be careful, it is dangerous. Now, my version of the Olympic class will have a lot of interiors and a lot of maybe some cabins. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But it's, it'll probably have most of the interiors, but not every interior will be added.
Yeah.
Because of performance reasons for my White Star Line group.
Yeah.
And yeah. If y'all are wondering what happened to Captain Smith, some people say that he shot himself. Some people say that he went in the wheelhouse and committed suicide. Some people say that he went inside the wheelhouse and went down with the ship there. Some people say, like in The Night to Remember, he went to the bridge and went down. But what I think is he went to the bridge wing with the red light, and he jumped overboard and was washed away from the ship.
Yeah, because
A lifeboat picked him up, and then he just fell off that lifeboat and succumbed to the waves.
yeah,
Never to be recovered.
Yeah, because
That's what some of the crew told Captain Rostron of the Carpathia.
yeah.
What some of the crew said. Not all the crew. Some of the crew told him that he had, can't remember what they said, but I think it was either he killed himself or he jumped in the sea.
Yeah.
But I believe my version of what happened to him that night. and also Daniel's version. I believe both versions, because if anybody says that he killed himself, is simply untrue.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think Captain Smith unalived himself.
I don't believe it either. Because he would have had a paralytic heart attack during the night of the finding out if the ship was doomed. Because I watched a documentary and it said that he would have had a paralytic shock through his heart, and it would have affected his whole body to shut down permanently.
Oh, yeah, also something that has been added is the boiler rooms and engine rooms by the looks of things. It's crazy. Yeah, he has the engine room.
Really?
Yep. And the boiler
Wow.
rooms too.
Wow, he updated this model, I guess.
Yep. Oh,
Well,
it's starting from
if
next
it
time.
comes, if it becomes any doubtful, let me know at once. I'll be just inside.
Yep.
Those are Captain Smith's last words before the iceberg struck.
A crewman. No, I can't make out.
Alright, I'm back in my sleeping attire. Now I can just head back to the ship.
Yeah.
I need to go close my door real quick, because the kids are getting louder again. You know how that is.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm back.
Okay.
It was just 5 seconds. So, if anyone was wondering what I had to do, I had to shut my door real quick so that they could cancel out the noise of the... If anybody doesn't know what my mom does for a living, she's a foster parent. She fostered over 100 kids, and I was number 7. DHR likes to call me lucky number 7, even though, you know,
7 is God's perfect number.
yes. And God never gave up on me.
Right. So it's turning nighttime. There is no moon, so I think, and an explanation as to why there was no moon the night that Titanic sunk is because it was in a new moon phase. Because whenever there's a new moon, the moon is invisible, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So I believe that's why it was moonless the night that the Titanic sank, because the moon phase was a new moon. It's really dark. I have the lighting not realistic because you wouldn't be able to see anything because it was really dark that night. But yeah, Titanic is going to be hitting the iceberg very soon. And then sinking shall begin.
Yep.
Hopefully Tyler and Matt will join before this video is finished.
Mm-hmm.
I did tell Matt that he can join whenever he wants to join. So the friend to join. Just hope none of the music is copyrighted because I do not want to have any copyright issues. Crew maintains watch as the ship glides through the cold Atlantic waters. Yep. You have 2 live mates in the crow's nest, Red Fleet and Reginald Lee. Frederick Fleet survives the night. I'm not sure if Reginald Lee he could have survived the night. But I'm not really the expert on the passengers or crew of the ship. My knowledge is mostly in sinking.
I'll make the bell noise when it you know.
Yep, Frederick Fleet and Reginald Leaf both survived the night of the Titanic disaster. So,
Ding ding.
oh,
Ring 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 ring.
oh, there it is, the iceberg right ahead.
Daniel, pretend you're first officer Murdoch for a second.
Hard, hard,
Ring
hard, to,
ring
hard,
ring
to, hard to
ring.
starboard. Hard to starboard.
All right, sir. All right, sir. I'm turning. I'm turning.
Full stop. Some engines.
It's hot over, sir. It's hot over.
Yeah.
Come on. Why ain't they turning?
Is it hard over?
It is, yes, sir. Hot over.
Okay.
Turn. Turn.
Come on, will you jolly well turn? Right.
Reverse the engines. Quickly, lads.
No, we don't
Shut
reverse.
the door.
We don't
Shut
reverse the
them.
engines because that's not what happened. They created not
Oh, is
reversing the
it?
engine. No, there's no reversing the engines order.
It's gonna hit.
Oh no, my
Brace
goodness.
yourself.
Brace for impact.
Meanwhile, in the cargo hold, I wonder what's happening, Daniel. Oh my goodness, run, Daniel! There's one coming in.
Yes,
Blah.
run.
You would survive tonight while Jeffrey doesn't.
I better get out of here. The berg is
What?
smoking.
What in the world is that? Captain Smith would wake up at this time, bust through the door. What was that?
We struck an
What are we
iceberg, sir.
shot?
We put her hard to starboard and we stopped
Here,
the engines, but she was too close. I tried to port round it, but she hit. She hit
close
before
the emergency doors.
she hit it before I could do any more.
Close the emergency doors.
Yeah. Close the watertight doors.
Call half church. Put the ship at half speed.
Um,
I'm gonna get dressed quickly.
I, I, engines half ahead.
Captain Smith would quickly get dressed at this time.
Yeah. Titanic engines stop at 1:45 p.m., leaving the ship eerily still. And during that time, Titanic develops a 5-degree list to starboard. And after that, the starboard list continues to grow until reaching 8 degrees by midnight. That hasn't happened just yet.
Alright, I'm here, Daniel. How bad is the damage?
We're about to find out.
Alright, report to me back when you find your findings. Captain, what is the meaning of all this? I don't know, Mr. Esme. I'm afraid we might have struck an iceberg, and I'm having the crew find out what's going on with the ship. Well, you better hope this doesn't affect your role. Well, I hope God helps us. Well, what did he say in the night, you remember?
I don't know.
I hope to God this doesn't... I can't remember what he said. Pray to God this doesn't come to us having to lower the lifeboats. Because there aren't enough for anybody.
For everybody. Titanic would not be allowed to sail if there was no lifeboats for anyone.
Yeah.
Captain, there's a 5-degree list to starboard has occurred.
Alright. Tell the coal bunk.
This is the engine room.
Ask the engine room workers and the boiler room workers what's going on.
I don't know my Titanic layout extremely well, but I'm not 100% sure what this room is, but it's probably just the after part of the engine room, but yep, Titanic has developed a starboard list. Yeah, so Titanic has developed a list to starboard. It's probably going starting a wee bit by the head. It has not been confirmed that Titanic sink yet.
Which part of the ship are you at?
I'm in the boiler room, which is filling up with moisture.
That's not good. I'm heading down to come check it, alright?
Yeah.
I got my lantern.
Let's see what the situation with Titanic is. Okay, so we seem to be venting steam. And also Titanic vents steam automatically because whenever the steam pressure builds up, it lifts the safety valves which we prevent Titanic's boilers from exploding with the cold water coming in.
Daniel, how bad is the boiler room looking?
The boiler room is not looking too good. It seems to be filled with a lot of moisture.
Oh my goodness. Get the crew out of here.
It is a strange moisture. It disappears when I get really close to it.
Are all the crew out of here?
Yeah.
Alright, good. We need to close up that door right there. Quick. Come on. Close the door, close the door. Alright. Locks it. Alright, good.
And if quick wage.
We would run into Miss Rangers on D deck. Miss Rangers? Captain, meet me at the bridge. Quickly. I've got bad news.
Also in my Titanic sinking theory video, I said that the after port gangway door was open. That was an error. It's because in one of the in the first on the Sea of Glass animation, it showed that the after gangway door was the one that was open. So I thought, that must be a new discovery, and I thought that was for a while it was that gangway door, but it seems that it was a mistake that they made. So it's actually the forward gangway door that was open. I apologize for that, and if I ever make an updated sinking theory video, I will make sure to correct that.
Captain Smith, the ship is going down. I give her an estimate of 2 hours, an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah, but
How many people are on board?
but 2,208.
How many lifeboats?
20.
I believe you'll get your headlines, Mr. Dismay.
Yeah. Also, when Thomas
Okay.
predicted that Titanic would have an hour and a half before she would sink, his estimation was pessimistic, but she would miraculously last a whole 2 hours after this point, which shows that which shows the soundness of this ship, which shows how well built the Titanic really was. And further proof that Titanic was very well built is that despite that she has this list to starboard right now, she does not capsize at all. The same with whenever the ship lifts to port. It only at most gets up to 14 degrees. Like, it's still quite severe, but she inevitably returned to an even keel during the final plunge. It shows how well the ship is really made. Now here's the reading and writing room. There is no chairs or anything yet. I'm not sure if he'll furnish it or not. And then we also have the first class lounge, which is not furnished either. I'm not sure if he'll furnish them or not. Yep, Titanic is now listing 8 degrees to starboard. But the starboard list will gradually even out as the night progresses. We need to turn up the volume a wee bit.
I'm gonna go get the authority to ready the lifeboats.
Okay.
Titanic is not looking good. Alright, I would put the alright, I should have already put this at all stop, but I didn't.
Okay, something's happened with the sign. The sign isn't working. Well, that's unfortunate. So there'll be no game sign throughout this video, for the rest of this video. Jeremiah, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. So we have steam coming out of one of the funnel pipes for the third funnel, which makes sense because only boiler room 1 was not lit at all, but boiler room 2 was, so that's why there's only steam coming out of the 4 funnel pipe.
Alright. I'm going to wake up the passengers and get them ready for evacuation.
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Attention passengers.
Yeah, steam is bouncing out of the funnels. The captain is ordering the lifeboats to be prepared, ready for launching. I have no idea what happened with the sound. It's completely vanished. Because English is my default language. I'm not going to leave and rejoin because that would not be a good thing. So I'm just going to have to deal with the lack of sound.
Prepare the lifeboats.
Yep, prepare the lifeboats. And
Alright, I'm gonna do the stern lifeboats so that way we can get those ready first. Or should we do them in order?
try to do them in order. I can't launch the lifeboat.
Wait, we can't? Oh, you gotta remove the top.
I can't, because I'm not a crew member.
Oh, you need to reset.
No, it's because I'm not a crew member.
Oh, you don't have the pass?
Yep. Maybe reset and fix the sound. It did not. Yeah, this video is not going to have any game audio. Yeah, I noticed that she has a noticeable tilt down by the head.
I'm lowering the, I'm trying to get every lifeboat ready. So that way we can lower.
Flooding. We have the first row of portholes on this model going under this F deck. So, yep, Titanic is most definitely beginning to go down. Let's see if I can
Daniel,
lower it.
if you could lower those boats, that would help me a lot.
So the first lifeboat with launched is lifeboat number 7, and it has a capacity of 65 and an occupancy of about 28, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get all these lifeboats prepared to lower, if you get what I mean. So that way we can lower them accurately, if you get what I mean. So that way we can, you know. I need to get the stern lifeboats ready and then the bow lifeboats ready. I think all you need to do is oh.
So lifeboat number 7 was launched at 12:30 p.m. AM and had 28 of the 65 seats taken.
Alright, so that's the one you're lowering now?
Yep.
Alright.
Then about 5 minutes later, lifeboat number 5 was launched with 35 of the 65 seats taken. No, 41 of the 65 seats taken. Correction.
Alrighty, I'm just trying to get these lifeboats swung out so that way we can, you know. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. I'm getting all the lifeboats swung out.
So there's lifeboat 7 launched.
Alright, there we go. I got the other side done. Now I need to do the stern side, don't I?
Yep.
Alright, I'm doing the stern side.
Okay.
Turn those out to the side and then should be ready to lower in order. So let me do this, let me do this, do that, let me do this, this, and that. Alrighty. Daniel, tell me if some of the lifeboats aren't coming back to the ship, okay?
Okay.
Because they should be They should come back as soon as they know they're not filled up.
Okay, so lifeboat number 7 has been launched.
I'm getting these lifeboats ready. Whoops. I almost lowered a lifeboat
So at
with
12:45, lifeboat number 5 is launched. So that means
oh wow.
time to launch boat number 5, and then
Alright. I'm getting the stern lifeboats ready. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go.
at about 12:55 a.m., lifeboat number 3 was launched. And at 1 a.m., lifeboat number 8 was launched.
Oh wow, there's a lot of lifeboats we have.
So after I launch lifeboat number 5, it'll be lifeboat number 3.
Okay.
You can do the port side boats.
Alright. I'm just trying to get this
Lifeboat 8 is the first
Alright, I
port
got
side lifeboat.
number 5 is.
Number 8 is the first port side lifeboat.
Alright, I'm just trying to get all these prepared for lowering. I'm just trying to get all these ready for lowering so that way.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna do something, so I'll be right back. So, while you guys wait for me to return, you get the luxury of watching the ship sink from this angle. While I go and get something.
Alright, do you want me to talk to your audience? Hi, Daniel's audience. How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful time. So, Daniel's audience, I hope you're having a splendid day. Because I know I am. And remember, if life gives you too much drama, if somebody, never mind. If somebody's having a bad day, go cheer them up. Because you might never know when somebody's missing a family member. Or just having a bad day. That's really all it is.
So,
But just try to. I told your audience, if somebody's having a bad day, just cheer them up.
yeah, I have Honesty of Glass, which is my reference for the lifeboat launching order. As well.
All right. I got all the boats. I got all the boats swung out.
So Honesty of Glass is partly what my sinking theory is based on. Not entirely, because there's some things in Honesty of Glass that I don't really agree with. But at 12:55 a.m., lifeboat number 3 is launched. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the occupancies of these lifeboats because it doesn't tell me. I couldn't remember them off the top of my head. I guess I should have noted them down, but I didn't. But lifeboat number 3 is launched at 12:55 a.m. and then lifeboat number 8 is launched at 1 a.m., which is the first lifeboat on the port side.
So you need me to go, is this the port side?
Wait, what side are you on?
I'm on the side you're on.
Yeah, that's the starboard side. Port side is on the opposite side.
And it's the first side towards the third funnel?
Yeah, it's the first lifeboat closest It's the first. It's the lifeboat around the second funnel.
Alright. Around the, wait, is it around the third funnel or the second?
The second funnel.
Oh, so it's near the bridge.
Yeah. Just outside the
Okay.
just outside the grand staircase.
Beside the exit of the Grand Circus, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So there's lifeboat number
Come
3.
check and see if I'm doing this correct.
Right?
Am I doing this correct?
Let me take a look. So, yep, lifeboat number 8 has been launched.
Alright. I'm glad that you're helping me, Daniel.
Yep. And then
Okay.
by 1:05 a.m., which, so I'm gonna, maybe this lifeboat isn't lowerable in this game.
I think it is, because there should be a button, because it has happened before in the server.
I'm not seeing the button.
You need me to help?
After you lower boat number 8, you can try and lower boat number 1. I'm gonna lower boat number 6, which was lowered at 1:10 a.m. and then about around 1:25 a.m. is whenever the gangway door is opened, which explains why
Oh.
none of the people on the lifeboats mentioned a
Here we go, it's lowering, it's lowering. Come take a look.
firing off a distress rocket. Oh,
It's currently lowering.
like in Titanic SOS, everything gets lit up by the rocket. Amazing.
Yep. See?
The lifeboat lowers automatically?
Yeah.
I did not
See,
know.
there's a button right over here, Daniel. Right over here.
And
Set up, lower, raise. Over here. Right here. The middle
yeah.
button is how you do it.
I see it now. But anyway, let's have a look at where the water is right now. You're probably on the lowest level of the grand staircase at this point.
Yep. And I think Captain Smith would have checked with Andrews at this time.
Yeah, and this is what Officer Lightoller would have did a few times during the sinking. He would look down the well, and eventually he would start seeing water at the bottom, but there might be water at the bottom, I'm just struggling to see it, but, well, I'm going to check for myself right now. And we don't open the gangway doors yet until lifeboat number 6 is launched, because
Daniel, come on, Eden.
never mentioned an open gangway door. Oh yeah.
This is not good. Ooh, that's cold water.
It is most definitely not. There's moisture everywhere.
Oh my goodness, this is creepy. Come take a look at this. Just turn off your light, your lantern, and go in first person, and you see how creepy this is.
Yep.
It's so creepy.
At this moment in the sinking, passengers still don't really know that the ship is going down. I mean, some others probably starting to notice that something is seriously wrong because Titanic is gradually, increasingly less tilting forward. But the reducing starboard list is really helping because I guess it's helping the passenger feel more secure. But here we have the band playing on the first class entrance on the boat deck level of the grand staircase on the port side, which is where they did play.
Go ahead and ready the other lifeboat.
Yep.
Raise. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Anyway, I'm going to get lifeboat 4 in its accurate position, which is on A deck, because this lifeboat, the lifeboats were originally designed to be loaded from the A deck promenade, and that's what they did with some of the lifeboats. They did this with lifeboat number 4, lifeboat number 11, and lifeboat number 13. Oh.
I'm gonna get this lifeboat far away, or not far away from the ship, but you get the idea.
But the problem with lifeboat number 4 is it's on the enclosed promenade area, which means it'll stay there for quite some time until it's launched, along with lifeboat number 10 at 1:50 a.m.
I'm coming up, Daniel. I'm coming up.
Lifeboat 10 was
Went
not
up.
Lifeboat 10 was not swung out at this point.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, he swung it out. I don't know why it took them so long to swing out Lifeboat number 10, but they
I'm
did.
trying to get on the boat.
Lifeboat number 10 for quite some time.
I had to reset because, you know. Alright, I'm heading to the bridge right now.
Right, I'm going to.
I got one of the lifeboats swung out, like you know the collapsibles.
So here
I'm
we
getting the
have.
collapsible.
So Titanic
Right.
was definitely noticeably going down. The steam has stopped venting out of the funnels. Lifeboats are starting
Wait,
to
hold
row
up,
away
hold up.
from the ship. The ship still has a noticeable list to starboard, but it's gradually declining. I've seen Titanic start
Yeah.
developing a list to port. I also learned something new about a thing called Titanic's port lurch. Lifeboat number 2 was not launched yet.
Oh crap. Help me, help me, help me.
So after Lifeboat number 6 was launched, Lifeboat number 16 was launched.
Hurry, Daniel. It's gonna go in the water. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. It's already too late. Sorry, Daniel.
Ah, no, that's
I just,
unfortunate. We were unable
I
to
tried.
stop an inaccuracy. Lifeboat number
Yeah,
2
I'm sorry.
Lifeboat number 2 wasn't launched until
I keep forgetting about that, don't I?
yeah, Lifeboat number 2 wasn't launched until 1:45 a.m., which is whenever Titanic had fully developed her 9-degree list of port.
Yeah,
So
and I need to start.
I'm guessing you're wondering, wait, didn't you say Titanic had a 14-degree list of port? She did, but she developed a 9-degree list of port between 1:30 a.m. and 1:45 a.m., and she retained that port list until about 2 a.m., and then she lurched further over to the port side. Port lurch is a new and well, it's something that's been known for a long time, but has never really been portrayed. But there was a moment in the sinking when Titanic lurched over to the port side, and the port lurch is basically just a rapid intensification in Titanic's list of port. Jeremiah, you continue to lower boat 16. I'm going to open the gangway door.
Alright, where's boat 16?
It's at the very back. I've lowered it some, so.
So it's the one at the very back.
Very back, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Tell the Marconi operators to send SOS and CQD. Tell them to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So hopefully help arrives.
So Titanic is gradually lifting to port. No.
Is it this one by the fourth funnel?
Yep. That's already been partially lowered. So it's the forward gangway door.
You see, Daniel? Do you see it? The one that's lowering?
Let's see. Yep. That's the one.
Alright, I'm just making sure. It's gonna take me a few. It's taking me a few minutes to remember the lifeboat lowering, isn't it?
Yeah. And after
But I'll soon get a hold of it, won't I?
yeah, and after lifeboat number 16 is lowered, it's lifeboat number 14. I know
Okay.
we're a bit off with the timings, but I mean there's no time on the well that's not accurate. It's not 23:45. But anyhow, I'm gonna lower boat number 14, and then after that is boat number 12, and at the same time boat number 9 is on the
Alright,
starboard
what
side.
should I lower?
I'm gonna lower boat number 14.
Okay, I'm gonna go check on the bow and see how it's doing. It's probably awash now.
Yep. It's getting a jolly good moisting.
Uh-oh, that's not good. The bow is not yet awash. I see the effects for it, but it's
Flooding
not yet
continues to
awash.
spread, obviously.
Yep.
And then,
Daniel, as soon as we got to the bow, the water is overlapping it's like the water is like coming onto the well deck.
yeah. Okay,
That's not
passengers.
good.
At this point, passengers are starting to realize that something is seriously wrong with the ship. Titanic continues to
Yeah.
the Titanic continues to increasingly tilt forward,
Should
and
I
the forklift
should I
keeps
move
getting
the
stronger.
lifeboats? Should I
Hey,
move the lifeboats away from the ship?
yeah, and wait, you need to come over to the starboard side to lower boat number 9. I'm going to lower boat number 12.
Alright. What time does boat 6 need to come back?
Your tech doesn't come back to the ship, remember?
Oh yeah.
The lifeboats were called back to the ship, including lifeboat number 6, but doesn't make an attempt to go back.
Which lifeboat am I doing?
And it's on the starboard side, it's lifeboat number 9. The first lifeboat on the starboard side.
So it's the first lifeboat near the engine room roof.
Yep,
Right
yep,
here?
yep.
Alrighty.
So,
We gotta hurry, the ship is leaning fast.
yep, Titanic's power is starting to fail.
Yeah, we might not have enough time for all this.
We shall see.
We'll see we'll see what we can do.
Yep, yep. Come on, let's get to the water line. Lifeboat's getting closer to the water.
Yep. Yeah, the ship is going down quickly.
Yep. Let's see if I can recreate that THG shot.
Alright, Daniel, I got one of the lifeboats.
Okay.
What should I do next?
Lower the next lifeboat, which is lifeboat number, lifeboat
On this
number,
side?
11. Yeah, it's on the starboard side.
This correct?
Alright, this is the best I can do in recreating that THG shot.
Yeah, the vessel's not doing too great, Daniel.
Yep.
Her propellers are beginning to rise out of the water. Her well deck is flooding.
Yep.
This is just really bad.
Yep. I'll lower boat number 13.
Alright, and then we got the two collapsibles, I think.
You have
And
lifeboat
the
number
other
15 and
one.
lifeboat number 10.
Alright. And then
Yep.
we should be done on the stern.
Then you have the condenser, discharging water that's coming into the ship into the sea, which is what results in the incident with lifeboat number 13 and lifeboat number 15. As probably a lot of you know, lifeboat number 15 nearly came on top of boat number 13, and these were the two most heavily loaded boats of the night. I believe lifeboat number 13 had about 55 of the 65 seats taken, and lifeboat number 15 had 68 of the 65 seats taken, which is the only lifeboat of the night to be filled beyond capacity.
Should I do this lifeboat over here?
No, do lifeboat number 15, and I'll do lifeboat number 10, and you do lifeboat number 4.
Alright. So which lifeboat is that one next to you?
Yeah, it's beside me.
Alright. So I'm going ahead and starting it.
Yeah, I'll halt the lowering of the boat.
Uh-oh, the bow's starting to flow over.
Flood.
Flood over, or whatever. Can't remember. I think it is flood over or something.
The creator of this game has the condenser too far back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get into the boat to recreate what happened with the 2 lifeboats.
Oh my goodness, it's laggy. It's laggy, Daniel.
The lifeboat hasn't even been launched. I'm sorry, but climbing the ship defies the laws of physics.
I know, right? Oh my goodness, you're climbing that boat.
Yeah.
You're climbing her. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here for just a few seconds.
Right.
We best hurry because I need to have time to go down the ship, don't I?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get that lowered one last wee bit.
And then we'll get...
Right, that lifeboat has been launched. I'm gonna go down into it.
Oh my goodness! Man overboard!
Well, this is a what if scenario. What if lifeboat number 13 capsized? Well,
What if?
yeah, what if lifeboat number 13 capsized? Then you would have had even more people losing their lives, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But just so you know, lifeboat 13 capsizing did not happen in the real sinking.
I got that one done. Should we put the lifeboats away from the ship?
We need to launch lifeboat number 10 and lifeboat number 4. Quickly.
Quickly? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the water is almost up to the bridge.
yeah, I'll launch lifeboat number 10, you
And
launch lifeboat number 4.
what about the other 2 collapsibles?
Yeah, try and get this off too.
Do the one by the bridge.
Yeah, it's lifeboat number
There's
4,
like
which is
3. There's,
lifeboat number 4 is the lifeboat level with the deck promenade.
Alright, there's 2 more lifeboats after number 4, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are
collapsible C and D.
boat collapsible C and D and boats A and
It has been
you
launched
know.
ages ago.
Oh, so the ones that are hanging on the side need to be launched?
Yep.
Alright, I'll go ahead and launch those quickly. Lower. I'll lower the other one. The one that Ismay was on. Quickly. Lower this one. And what time did the one that was hanging out on the side, did it already launch? Not the collapsible, the one that's hanging on the deck of the ship.
So collapsible C was launched at 2 a.m. and that lifeboat number collapsible D was launched at 2:05 a.m.
So it's 2:05 a.m. now, right?
Yeah, it's around that.
Alright.
Let me see what the situation with the bow. The bow wasn't completely submerged until about just after 2 a.m. But I think that the forecastle didn't start to submerge until 2 a.m. and from that point beyond, the forecastle just went.
We did good, Daniel. We got all the lifeboats lowered.
Yep. So I believe that between so the forecastle didn't start submerging at all. None of the forecastle was submerging whenever it was 2 a.m. But between 2 a.m. and 2:05, the forecastle deck submerged rapidly until it was
Yeah.
a deck about 2:05 a.m., which is around when Collapsible D was launching.
Yeah.
And about 2:05 a.m., there was still a tiny bit of the forecastle still above the waterline, but like barely any. So between 2 a.m. and 2:05 a.m. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about.
Should I go release the crew?
Yep.
All right. And refer to them when I'm talking about, actually.
So about 2 a.m., I believe the water was right here. So it was just starting to come onto this white area at about 2 a.m. And then between that time, it went from there all the way over to here by shortly after 2:05 a.m. 2:06 at the most. This really submerged.
Save
It was a bit after
yourself.
that, but and then by 2:10 a.m. the water was up to that bridgeway,
31
and it continued to
or
until it was up to here about 2:15 a.m. and then she returned to an even keel. Lights are yeah. The
and
lower
refer
deck
to them
here,
when I just said
jolly
in chat.
interesting. Titanic does not have much time left at all, which is unfortunate.
And can
Unfortunately,
you refer to them when I just
1,400
said in,
unfortunately 1,496 passengers and crew will go down with the ship.
including my my 4 times great uncle, Commodore Edward J. Smith, would perish that night.
Yeah. See, the propellers are well up out of the water.
I'm gonna type in chat in my megaphone. Well, lads, do your best for the passengers. Well, boys, well, lads, do your best for the passengers. And let's see what I can.
Wait, how are you
So I'm gonna do.
how are you managing to do that?
I got the megaphone.
Oh,
And refer to your chat what I just said in megaphone. Or your audience.
I don't have access to chat. Alright,
Oh,
read it out. Let's see.
here, I'll reenact that photo, alright?
And,
Well, boys, do your best for the women and children. Look out for yourselves.
yep,
God bless, and be British.
yep. Titanic is now at a full 14-degree list apart. And that promenade is filling up with moisture. Sea deck is filling up with moisture, which means soon the bursar's office will be filled up with moisture. Imagine,
And then Captain Smith would perish that night.
imagine if you were the purser and like, okay, anyone want to entrust me with their belongings? Wait, is that water over there? Okay, I better get out of here then. I never thought this ship was gonna go down. Guess that means all the stuff is gonna go down as well. Right this year, rapidly the water is rising up.
Yeah.
So yeah, the water is rising significantly. Maydeck Promenade filling up. So Titanic has a severe 14-degree list of port, and the rate stays consistent until the ship returns to an even keel. My theory. As Jack Thayer said, that Titanic's port list had been increasing all the time, until it went that the ship rolled back to an even keel, of course. So yeah, the A-deck promenade is flooding. A wee bit earlier is when Hugh Woolner and Moritz Stephenson jumped into lifeboat number Cotswold D as it was being lowered and water just coming over the railing at that time. And I ran out of the water before the cold gets me. Yeah. But I did manage to survive. The lower decks of the ground staircase are flooding. Yep. Yes, they are. This video is quite a long one. It's over an hour long.
Wow.
I say this is the longest video
At
I've
this
made.
time, Captain Smith would have told his passengers and crew, abandon ship. Everyone for themselves.
Yep.
Abandon ship. Everyone for themselves.
Yep. Every man for himself.
Captain Smith then would have looked at Andrews and said, "There's no use in staying any longer. She is going."
Yep, and then Captain Smith and Thomas Andrews are seen jumping into the water together.
And one of the theories that Captain Smith, Daniel, if you would get in that lifeboat, please, over there, they would be seen, he would be seen getting into a lifeboat.
The stern is completely not in the water, which I don't think she would have been.
He would be seen, one of the stories is he would be seen getting into a lifeboat and then he would have fell overboard like that. And then he would have submerged into the waves right as he was washed away.
Yep.
And he was never to be seen or heard of again. The millionaire's captain is dead.
I'm getting in this lifeboat so I'll be safe to use a cinematic camera for the rest of this.
Captain Smith is dead.
Yep.
How do I use a cinematic camera?
Shift and P.
F and P.
No, Shift and P.
Oh, that's how I do it. Okay. Do 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 do.
That's the wrong version. It's nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee, even though it be a cross that raises me, still my soul shall be nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee.
Boom.
Also, something that's an inaccuracy in this game is that the ship still has her port lace even though the rapid final plunge is happening. And in reality, she would have returned to an even keel before the rapid final plunge happens. But, so the Titanic is now rapidly plunging. And yeah, at this point, it's impossible to hide that Titanic sinking. It's just completely and utterly impossible. Oh, looks like this game has water physics.
Do 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 do.
And if this there's any background
And
noise, viewers, I apologize. Um, one of my family members is trying fire, but
It's me, it's Dad.
but I do have a sign on my door that tells them that if there's a recording in progress, so that they don't make so much noise that is picked up in the videos. I mean, I could cut it out, but it's just my editing skills are still not the best, so try my best to avoid that. But the show's about breaking two. There it goes. And there goes the forward tower, collapsing into the sea. And of course the fourth funnel stands up, even though I don't agree with that. I believe that the fourth funnel did fall instantly. But this is not my Titanic sinking theory, this is the person that made it, that's his Titanic sinking theory, so if he believes that the fourth funnel didn't fall, you can keep it like that. But just know that I don't believe that.
The Titanic didn't sink.
The Titanic was definitely sunk. We're going on with the stern texture, viewers. Let's see if I can fix that. I'm afraid not. So anyway, time to go back towards the ship. As Titanic goes down. So Titanic stern is going toward this vertical angle. We have the overturned lifeboat number 13, which didn't actually happen in reality, but it's a Roblox game, so you expect. But here we go, Titanic is about to go under. And then once Titanic is under, that'll be the end of the video here. Jeremiah, are you still there?
yep,
Good.
I'm just doing a cinematic thing right now.
Unfortunately, it seems that Tyler or Matt were unable to make it. Oh, Matt has
Hello?
just joined right now.
Hi, I'm here. I finally joined.
You have joined near the end of our one of our Titanic month videos, which is on Titanic: The Last Destination. But you're welcome to stay for the last wee bit of this video.
No thanks.
Why?
My computer's acting really weird, and I don't know if I could join.
You don't need to join the game. You can send it in the voice chat if you want to.
Oh, sure.
Because I mean, you're still in the video. You're just not in the actual game.
Oh, okay.
But the stern is going vertical. And once the ship is under, that'll be the end of this video. We've been recording for 1 hour and 13 minutes. So this is the longest.
Wow.
Yep, this is the longest video I've ever made.
And there she goes.
Yep. And there she's starting to rotate as she goes under.
I'm gonna try to join.
Yep.
Do you guys want to play? Which one was it? Which one? Which game? Which one was the game where you chase people with a hammer? I forgot which one it was.
Flee the facility.
Yeah, let's play Flee the Facility after this.
Yeah. The Titanic stern is going under, then I'll do the outro and then we'll play Flee the Facility.
Oh no. Oh no, here we go. It's gonna sink. Oh no. Oh no.
Matt, I'm a ghost.
And for the anniversary this year, I will of course, as usual, be doing Titanic SOS. But this time, for a change, it'll not be a cinematic. It'll be hopefully a video with me, Matt, you, and Jeremiah and Tyler, if you're all available at the time. And it'll be a full run of Titanic SOS from the moment that Titanic departs from Southampton to the moment that Titanic goes under and the Carpathia arrives. Well,
wait, Carpathia's in this game?
No, Carpathia is in this game. I was just telling you what the plan for the anniversary special is. So that's the end of this video here. I want to thank you all for joining me. Also, remember the 1,400. We must never forget the 1,496 passengers and crew that were lost. And stay tuned for more Titanic content. There will only be Titanic content for this month because it's Titanic month. And also stay tuned for the anniversary special that will be hopefully released on the day of this, on the night of the sinking. I'm hoping to for the anniversary, for me to commemorate the anniversary, I'm going to be staying up during the hours that the Titanic sank in UK time. So I'm hoping that the video will be uploaded either at some point during the hours that the Titanic sank in UK time. And I'll also be watching Titanic sinking in real time, and the real time animation time will be linked with the actual real life time. But, well, that's the end of this video here. I want to thank you all for joining me. This has been Daniel Does Stuff doing Titanic The Last Destination. And remember, God loves you, and Jesus died for your sins to save you, and He lives forever. Also subscribe and share this video with others, and also feel free to join my Discord server. There'll be a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Also save the SS United States. Goodbye, and may God bless you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.